Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cinderellimouse and I'm here today with early access to the brand new expansion pack for The Sims 4 Adventure Awaits. This is courtesy of the EA Creator Network who provided me with the early access copy. Thank you so much to them, and shout out to the Sims team because I really love this expansion pack. I've done so much with it. It has the kind of tools that really appeal to me with The Sims because it's not just giving us kind of like a cut and dry series of features for us to play with that they've kind of developed for us. It's kind of almost putting the development tools in our own hands. So it has these systems a little bit like the club system or a little bit like the businesses and hobbies small business system that are very open and flexible and allow you to get really creative with, because it has these custom venues and getaway schedule systems which allow you to kind of like create your own venues. So I've got really creative with this. I have all packs installed. I do have permission to have all the packs installed. The Sims team said it's not recommended because it can be a little bit problematic, it can be a bit buggy, but because I'm used to messing around with the game files, I feel quite confident that I've installed everything properly. It's not the final software, this is not the release version, so the Sims team is still kind of adding a few things behind the scenes. They're still working on a few bugs. So there may be a few little glitches, but like I say, it's not the final version. Hopefully everything's going to be stable and fully functional when you guys get it. If there is anything that concerns you, just kind of wait before you purchase it to make sure that those things are fixed before you buy. You know, you're in charge of your own wallet, you know, you get to decide what you spend your money on and when. I'm just showing you the stuff that I'm excited about, right? I'm not going to try and make you buy anything, but if you do want to buy anything and you want to use my creator code, it's Cinderellimouse, put it in on the EA app and give me a tip. We love to see it. So the thing that I've done here, I've really looked at Adventure Awaits, Strangerville and Discover University in particular. I'd also say elements of kind of like outdoorsy packs like Outdoor Retreat or like the natural living skill that comes with what's it called, Enchanted by Nature. So to create basically a military training academy. I've got two venues for this. I've got basic training, which is kind of like the outdoor kind of camping aspect of kind of like, can you endure nature? Are you kind of built for this? And then I've kind of got the actual military academy, which is going to be kind of like the school side of things, like the actual training. So Honor Steadfast, she is quite academic, she is quite smart, but she's really keen on joining the army. And so basically the idea is she's going to sign up to the army, but they're going to pay for her university course, is my thinking here. Which is why a lot of people do sign up to the army, because they get like free education. And so they want to take advantage of that, right? I do want to say though that I am not referencing anything to do with like real world politics here. I'm not referencing any specific army of any specific country. There's a lot going down with the world that is particularly negative at the moment, and I don't want to be seen as endorsing anything that might be happening in real life. This is just The Sims. It's just gameplay features and they have their own version of reality. So I want to make it really clear and put that disclaimer out that I'm not supporting anything that might be happening a week away when this video goes live that I am not aware of in the future, or anything that is currently happening that I disagree with. So but yeah, I want to keep this kind of not political basically. But let me show you some of her outfits. The cast in this pack is okay. It's not my favorite pack for Cass. I don't love the outdoorsy things. I feel like we've already got a lot of kind of outdoorsy stuff in The Sims. Some of the items are particularly nice and I'll kind of talk you through as we go through. This is not a full cast video. I'm just kind of showing you how I've dressed Honor. Honor Steadfast then, she is academic. Her main motivation for joining the army is actually to get a university degree and get that training. She's skeptical. She's not kind of an army grunt. She's not a pawn. She's not going to do things that she disagrees with. She's going to question things and she's going to really want to do things the right way. So if she thinks that something's a little bit fishy, you know, if you want to do the Strangerville mystery with her, she's definitely going to be trying to figure out what's happening with that. She's an overachiever. She's always been very hardworking as a child. She has really good values. I like to think that she was a scout growing up, although I haven't played her as a child. So she has that, she is quite driven, you know, she's ready for this. And also she's very, very adventurous. So she loves outdoor activities. She loves fitness. She loves going on adventures. So she really is kind of like built to be successful in the military career. She likes the color green and she likes fitness. Her outfits, she has this very, very cute little it looks kind of like a climbing outfit to me, with a little carabiner and these big boots. She's not very fashion conscious. She's more practical. She's a very beautiful person. She's very fit and healthy. She has an attractive body shape. You know, she looks very muscular, she looks very healthy, but she's not trying to attract anyone, right? She's more committed to kind of like her career, I would say. She has got the new hairstyle, which I think is super duper cute as well. I like this kind of army print option on this kind of little onesie. Her formal wear, this comes from Strangerville. Again, I've got all packs installed. Additional gameplay requires additional DLC. Not everything you see here is going to be from Adventure Awaits. I have all packs installed. But yeah, this is her kind of formal outfit. I really, really like this. She does look a bit like, why is my name on her face? Move. She does look like she could be joining the X-Files. You know, she looks like she would be at home with Mulder and Scully. This is her athletic wear. These pants come with the pack. I do like this kind of like athleisure wear that comes with the pack. There's some new sporty items that kind of feel quite upmarket, quite like a high price point sportswear. I love the cord. I love that little kind of like silky label. It reminds me of packs like Inch on Arrivals, which I really, really liked. I would say that these are too short though. I don't understand why they cut off where they do. I would have had them full length, but whatever. This is her sleepwear. Again, this top is new with this pack. I would say as well, some of the colour combinations in this pack don't match as well as I would expect them to. So I'll find a pair of pants and I'll go to get a top and find a matching colour, and they won't have a matching swatch. So the colour swatches are very all over the place with this pack. I wish they were a bit more cohesive. I wish they were a bit more mix and matchy. That is one of my complaints with Cass. This is a really nice top. Again, it reminds me of Inch on Arrivals a lot. I like this kind of design. I like this little label that they've got going on here. I like the consistency across packs with that. I like that it feels like it's got this kind of quilted feel at the top and this knitted feel at the bottom. It's a nicely made top. And then these jeans are quite cute. They're just kind of like cropped roll-up jeans. Those shoes are new as well, but I'm not too bothered about those shoes. One thing I do love about this pack with Cass is the swimwear. I like swimming, but I'm a very curvy person, and so if I don't have like supportive swimwear, things are floating around, right? I don't feel secure. I don't feel confident. So there's a difference between like clothes that you would wear kind of like posing at the poolside. This is from Poolside Splash, the kit. Like I couldn't swim in that, right? Things would be slipping out. So I have felt for a long time that we haven't had enough sporty style swimwear for like people who want to be in like the athletic career. Maybe they want to be a professional swimmer. So to get these two swimwear kind of sporty style outfits that feel like they're very thick, they feel like they're like scuba material, right? They feel like they're supportive. They feel like they give you full coverage. You're not going to be worried about like swimming around in that and kind of like, you know, being indecent. So speaking of which, watch out for the diving skill. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, like the scuba diving, the scuba suit, like really, really love this. Like the little cropped scuba suit, so cute. So definitely if you're a bit more of a modest sim, if you want more full coverage, that's a really nice swimsuit for you. And then this one, I actually have a swimsuit like this in real life. It's an Adidas swimsuit and it doesn't have this bit underneath. It's very, very high, and depending on because my weight fluctuates quite a lot, it fits me quite well when I'm really skinny but when I'm more curvy, it's not the safest swimsuit. So it's nice that they have this little addition at the bottom here just to give you a bit more coverage. I really like that swimsuit. Again, it kind of looks like a scuba suit style. Very, very cute. These little kind of like plasticky looking slides as well are very cute for kind of like, I don't know, if you're going into the ocean and you're worried about standing on shells or like weird fish, you know, to have something like that on your feet is like reassuring. So I like these as kind of like pool shoes. Hot weather, she's got this little outfit. You might notice as well she has got like slightly hairy legs and arms. It's because she doesn't care. She's not here to be like, I don't know, Miss Gibby Point. She's not here for a beauty competition. She's here to get fit, get healthy, get educated. So yeah, she doesn't care if she's got like hair or not, pretty much. And this is her cold weather look. I wanted her to look a bit like she comes from maybe a middle class family. So she has almost a bit of a like a British aristocracy feel to her with this outfit. Again, she's quite intelligent. She doesn't wear any makeup either. No makeup on any of her outfits, I believe. I think she's naturally very, very beautiful, but again, she's not here for a beauty contest. So let's play with her. And I want to show you how I've used the new custom venues and the new getaway schedules to create a military training situation. So the first thing that we actually need to do, because she wants to go to university and she's heard that the military training academy can show her how to do that. So basically I've taken the fitness venue getaway that comes with this pack and I've adapted it to be a military training school. So if I have her travel to this lot, you can see how this works. Now I don't even have, if it's a custom venue with a custom schedule, I don't even have to sign up to a getaway. The venue is just going to run that schedule when I show up. So you can see here that these are all the military cadets. These are the people who go to the military training academy, and they're already here and they're going to start doing whatever activity it's time for that day. So sometimes it might be jogging, sometimes it might be working out using the fitness equipment, sometimes it's cooking, sometimes it's cleaning, sometimes it's doing coursework, because again it's kind of like a military academy, it's kind of like a school, so they're going to do research and debate and things like that. She's saying hi. This is so cute. Look at this little, let me get a screenshot of that because she looks really cute. I don't know, I like a little like tipping her cap at me. So yeah, so they're all off to do what they're doing. And again, I haven't signed up to the getaway, they're just doing it. So this is what I was talking about how custom venues, you can really do your own thing with them. So rather than kind of, I'm going to go to a bar and everybody's going to do the same thing at every single bar I go to. Now I can have like custom bars. So I could have a bar that's all about music. I could have a bar that's all about comedy. I could have a really rough kind of sports bar where people are really bawdy. I could have a really fancy bar where people wear formal wear to that bar. So I can customize, instead of just having this is a bar, this is a bar, this is a bar, no matter which world you go to, it's pretty much the same. I can now have like specific bars in specific worlds. So a little bit like if you think about life and death, if you go to the club in the afterlife area, everybody's a ghost. I could have it so there's a specific bar for werewolves, you know, or I could have a specific bar for vampires that does a lot of stuff with plasma fruit. So you can really customize how venues work with the custom venue, and there's a lot of options as well. So if I kind of show you, I'll show you the custom venues in a little bit. But currently I've got it set up so you can see that some of the people are wearing the standard uniform of like the grey shirt and the pants, but there's a couple that are a bit different here. So the first person I'll kind of talk to is this one with the white shirt. She looks a little bit cleaner, she looks a bit fresher, she hasn't been rolling around in the dirt as much as everybody else. That's because she is actually the captain. Everybody else is a recruit, they're a cadet. Except for this one here, who you can see she hasn't got the correct uniform on, she hasn't got the right t-shirt on, she hasn't got her hat on. Why not? Because she is the reluctant cadet. So I've customized the roles that turn up at this venue so that like people are gonna act the way I want them to. I've basically created my own NPCs. Like you're creating your own townies with this, with their own personalized behavior. So the reluctant cadet, like when most people are going to be doing like the standard activity, so whether that is working out, the reluctant cadet might be sleeping in, or if everybody's cleaning up because it's a military base, they don't have a cleaner, they clean up after themselves. You know, the reluctant cadet might be, she might be chatting and not cleaning, so that sort of thing. Sorry, I was just checking the time there. So I've also adapted the venue a little bit. So again, it is meant to be a military academy. So they've got lots of computers so that they can do their work. I've also got bot building because, I don't know, military bots, I don't know. Research and debate I've added. I've also added the mentoring thing from businesses and hobbies. Yeah, so I can do like classes. I've also got things like the foosball table, a ping pong table, and then yeah, pretty much this is pretty much the same as it was. I've just added the military training dummy from Strangerville because that's one of the requirements for the job. But yeah, so it's basically, it's so easy to just take an existing venue or take an existing schedule and just adapt it slightly and make it become something else, or make it work a little bit differently. So if you're a bit intimidated by the idea of like creating a new venue or a new schedule from scratch, just go in and tinker a little bit and kind of fine tune it until you get it to be something more like what you have in mind. So, like I say though, she is here to learn. She wants to sign up to the military training program. So what I might do is just have her come and introduce herself to the captain. I think we should choose a respectful introduction. Yeah, a little bit of backstory about her as well. So I like the idea of like when she was growing up, she was probably in scouts, or, oh, she didn't talk to her, why not? Why didn't she talk to her? Well, I'll tell you this first. So I like the idea of like, you know, maybe her dad was in the military, maybe her mum was in the military, maybe she grew up with the scouts. So she has this kind of military background, which means that she actually had a formative moment. Now, like I say, I've started her as an adult, so I haven't actually played that. But one of the things that you can do with this pack is if you click on the sim, you can find recall a lost formative moment. So even though she didn't get this as a child, I do have the opportunity to give her a formative moment now. You access this sometimes through like a phone call. Somebody might be like, hey, remember when that happened? And you can recall a formative moment. Or, you know, you might do a certain activity and you'll get kind of like a message pop up that says, oh, you remember doing that when you were a kid, that sort of thing. So these are kind of like prompts to pick a new formative moment. And there is a specific one that I have in mind, and it's this one here, naturally disciplined. As a child, this sim was all about structure, self-control and discipline. As an adult, they will advance more quickly in the military career. So this is going to be perfect for her. I'm going to go ahead and take that. And you see now it pops up in this formative moments section. So that's going to really help her out. So going back, oh sorry, I spin the camera around too fast, don't I? So if we go over here, it's probably breakfast time. I reckon it's 9 o'clock, so I've probably told everybody to start making food and eating. Yeah, let's go over here and say howdy. Let's go and say hi to the commander, Jess Sigworth. She's not doing it. I don't know why she's not doing it. Come here. Go here. This is the second time I've recorded this because I forgot to press the record button. So yeah, I didn't have this problem the first time. I don't know what's happening now. Respectful introduction. So for the most part, the Sims are going to kind of do what you've told them to do on the schedule. But you can distract them. If I have my sim go over and kind of be a bit of a menace, maybe I flirt with somebody a lot and I get the option to woohoo them, I can distract them from their chores. I can go and get them to woohoo, but they'll quite quickly try and go back to what they were doing before, which I think is quite realistic because, you know, it might be like, oh yeah, I do want to woohoo you, but oh no, what if I get caught? And then like you've got that kind of like pull of autonomy from the being conflicted, which I think is good for storytelling, to be honest. So yeah, so she will talk to me even though maybe she's not programmed to talk to me at this moment. I am going to discuss interests with her and be like, yeah, I love the military. My dad was in the military. I used to polish his shoes for him, all that kind of stuff. And I love the handiness skill too, but I don't know it. Maybe you could teach it to me. And basically at this point, I'm going to have her go ahead and join the military career. I'm going to say, she's like, yeah, we'd love to have you as a recruit. In fact, we're about to go and do basic training right now. If you sign up right now, you can come and do basic training with us instantly. So I'm going to have her join the military career. So you can see here, this came with Strangerville. and she wants to be an officer. That's what she wants to work towards. But right now she's just a raw recruit. It says, as a raw recruit, Honor will need to build her physical fitness in order to rise through the ranks of the military career. So I'm going to say she's in basic training. She's not actually signed up yet, although she can apply now to the military training program, which means that she can go to university. So I'm going to apply to university. Should she work out at the exercise machine? I'm going to actually say no, because I prefer this more generalized workout, but I'll come back to the daily tasks in a moment. So yeah, so she actually, I'm going to say until she gets to fitness level skill 2, she's in basic training. Until she gets promoted, she's in basic training, is my thought process here. So she has to do these things. I have set up a basic training venue, which we'll go to as soon as she signed up to university. Oh no, the the reluctant recruit, the reluctant cadet is distracting her already. But we've applied for university now. Hopefully by the time we finish basic training, we'll be able to sign up to a specific course. But in the meantime, I'm going to apply for a couple of scholarships, because she is here to get her university paid for by the army. So we're going to sign up to this is gameplay, this is roleplay, by the way. You don't have to be in the military career to use Discover University. I'm just storytelling. So we're going to have her do education for all, and also you've got one a scholarship for if you're a Gibby Point resident as well, which is pretty cool. So we'll apply for both of those. She is from a low income household, so hopefully she'll get those scholarships. Okay, so it just so happens that basic training is about to commence, so I'm going to have her go ahead and sign up for that. So I'm going to use the getaway system, and I'm going to plan a getaway on her phone. So like I say, this is the military academy. This is kind of like the military school, but basic training is a little bit more down in the dirt. You know, it's a bit more like get muddy, do some camping, get out there in the wilderness. Can you hack it? So we're going to go to Hothead Rock Hideaway, which is the big empty 64x64 lot when you first get the game. And I'm going to go for one night. I think she can do it in one night. She's pretty determined. And I've already planned the custom venue, like the custom venue schedule for this lot. So you can see here some of the details. So if you want to set this up yourself, what you're going to do is you can basically use the preset schedule. So you can see here outdoor kids camp, romantic competition. These come with the pack when you first get it. You can also do things like a cozy bed and breakfast, sim popularity contest. So all these schedules are already preset up for you, and you can basically run them on whichever lot you think is suitable. Or you can create a new custom schedule. So that's what I've done here. I created this military schedule from scratch. And then once you decide what getaway you want to do, you're going to have to decide on your roles. Now, if you choose a pre-made schedule, those roles are going to fill in automatically for you from the role library. But you can also create your own roles. So if you're creating your own custom getaway, you might want to check the role library first, because there might be something here that you can just use. So instead of having to like make your own custom bartender, you can just use the bartender role that already exists. And then if you want to add that to your, so you go here and then you add it to current roles. So that's the roles that are going to be used for your getaway. And then he's going to show up here, but then you can go in and you can customize and fine tune the role to something that's more suitable to your getaway. So you can see here the captain. I made this role from scratch. I just went on create role, and yeah, I called it captain. And then you can add the details of kind of like who you want this to be. Obviously, I want this to be an adult. I don't want the captain of the military to be a child, so I set it to young adult, elder, or adult, and I made this criteria required. I was like, this absolutely has to be an adult, this cannot be a child. Whereas like the traits that I want this person to have, I was like, this is more of a, I'd love if they had these traits. It doesn't have to, they don't have to have these traits. The thing with being too specific, if you make too many if you have too much criteria that's required and it's super specific, there might not be enough sims available to fulfill those roles. So you might only have like one sim turn up because you've just been too picky about who's showing up. So really think about, is this essential? It's essential to me that the captain is an adult. Or is this just something preferred? Like, I would love for them to have one of these following skills. I also had the captain be in the military career as like selected because they're the captain. Like, it wouldn't make sense if they weren't in the military career. And then here, you don't have to add activities here. I would think about the activities that you put here as kind of like, general activities, like what are they going to be doing most of the time. And I wouldn't add too many activities here because it kind of waters down the schedule and they might not do what you want them to at the time. I would keep this fairly light. I wouldn't over customize this section. And you can see here as well, my reluctant cadet is here. So for her traits, I've said maybe she's clumsy, maybe she's squeamish, maybe she's lazy. She doesn't have to be a girl, like, you know, it's just who happened to fill that role. And then like the cadets, I'd love if them in the military career, but they don't have to be because they're just doing their kind of like application process. But it did say that they do need to be an adult. And I don't know why I made this like essential. That doesn't have to be required, but I did it for whatever reason, so there we go. And then what you can do, once you've got a role that you like, if you think you're going to use this often, if you think like, oh, I really love the cadets, I'm going to have like 3 different military schools with 3 different custom schedules, so I'm going to want to use these cadets again and again and again. If you save them to the role library, they'll actually show up here. And you'll be able to come and get them like whenever you want. So if I go down here, you can see the reluctant cadet. I've saved her to the library. My cadets should be saved to the library somewhere. There you go. So these custom roles will be available for you to use again and again and again. So I love that you can save your own roles, and it just makes, if you're going to be setting up a lot of getaways, it makes the whole process a lot faster. And then over here, so I've created my basic training. You can see sometimes they're jogging, sometimes they're having breakfast, sometimes they're doing archery. What I would say about this is this section here is kind of like the main goal for that time slot, and all the sims are going to be doing that. So if I have all the sims doing natural living skill, actually let me show you here because this is a really great example. So here where I've got do archery, all the sims are going to do archery, but you can see here the captain here, I want the captain to mentor. Now if you want everybody to generally do the same thing, you're going to want to put something in this time slot, and most people are going to do that as priority. Down here is more like yes and. So here the cadets only have the option to do archery. They don't have the option to do anything else. So if archery is available, that's what they're going to do. Where the captain, they might do archery because that's the main task, but they might also mentor. If I wanted everybody to kind of like do very different things, I wouldn't have anything here. I would remove that and not have a main activity. So the main activity is going to affect what every single role is doing. So if you want to have very different things happening, don't select that. So for example, if I put here dancing at a bar, but I had a bartender role, the bartender might stop bartending and go and dance. So I would leave that blank so that the bartender specifically tends the bar and the customers specifically dance. Does that make sense? Like, this is going to override anything else that you put there. So just be aware of that. And where is my archery? There it is. Just add that back. So once you get this the way that you like it, you can save this, and then this is going to show up in your list of venues. So again, if I wanted to have basic training, but I wanted to do it in Salvadorada, I could do that. If I wanted to have basic training in what's it called? what's the one that came with the military career? I'm having a blank. It's not, I've only got Salvadorada in my brain, but you can basically do this on any lot that you want to and just run that schedule again and again and again, and it's kind of like instantly available to you. You don't have to like redo it every single time you want to do it. Now I do have a problem with this. You can see here that I've got this warning symbol. It says one or more Sims are assigned to multiple roles during this time slot. I can say as well, so if I wanted to go and play as Jess and play as the captain, I could do. If I wanted to play as the reluctant cadet, I could do. You can actually play the getaway as any of the roles. You can play it on your own lot, you can play it on a separate lot. It's very, very flexible. You can be any sim in this situation. So the problem here is that Jess is assigned to multiple roles. Now I'm not going to go in here and fix each individual one of these. I'm going to do this over here. So you can see Jess is the captain, but she's also been picked as a cadet. So all I need to do is unselect Jess, save it, and now she's only assigned to one of those roles, and it's fixed that problem on all those time slots. So I wanted to show you how to do that just in case you also run into that same problem. But now I'm going to go over here. Now I'm only going to go to basic training for one night today. If I was going to do basic training for like a week, if I was going to do like SAS survival style, where it's kind of like last man standing, like people are going to fail, people are going to drop out, people are going to get kicked out, I might want to go for some of these tougher things. I might want to go for grind set mindset or hardcore mode to make it more difficult. Or I might want to do survival of the fittest elimination. So basically this is going to be like every day somebody gets knocked out. So the person who is the weakest link basically of the army cadets is going to get kicked out. Now there's two different ways you can do this. You have this option here for elimination. This one says lowest progress losers, or you can click here and change it to lowest score losers. Now you can do this for a lot of different kind of knockout rules. So for example, a romantic competition or baking competition or creative skills elimination or player choice elimination, right? But the difference is, so if we look at the military, for example, I might be looking at like fitness, right? And I might have a number of different recruits. Now, if I go for lowest score losers, basically the sim at the end of the day with the lowest fitness skill is going to get sent home. So I might have someone who's level 1 fitness and someone who's level 8 fitness. The one who's level 1 is going to get sent home. However, if I go to lowest progress losers, this means that if I have a sim who's level 8 in fitness, but they're really lazy, they've done nothing that day, they just kind of slept in, and then like I have a sim who's level 1 fitness, but they try really hard and they actually get up to level 3 in that day, they've made more progress, so they're going to stay, and the sim who is lazy but more skilled is going to get sent home. So that's the difference between the two. Are you measuring progress or are you measuring attainment? So you pick which one of those you want best, and then you go ahead and you apply this to which roles are affected. So I'm not going to be sending the captain home, so I would choose cadets and the reluctant cadet to be affected by that rule. However, I'm only going for one night. I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to go without any rules. Okay, the getaway's starting now. Let's go. Let's go to basic training. So obviously I've signed up to this getaway. If I hadn't signed up to the getaway and I visited this lot, because I've got a custom venue running on this lot, you would see these sims doing these activities here. You can only have one custom like schedule active on a custom venue at any one time. So if you want it to change on different days or through different seasons, you're gonna have to go in and manually change that, just to let you know. But I do love that, you know, whatever you tell them to do, if you just show up here, those sims are going to be doing those things, which I think is really, really cool. Currently it's time to have breakfast. So yeah, you can see I've got the same cadets. The captain's here in her clean white shirt, although she's prepared to get down and dirty with the others, I guess. This one is, she's still not got her hat or the correct top. When you're kind of giving them clothing for the roles, do be aware that you assign the clothing per outfit. So if I just quickly show you, and you can edit your schedule at any time. So you just click up here, and if there's something that they're not doing properly, or you think, oh, I wish I'd added that activity instead of this activity, you can just go in here and kind of like actively change it as it's happening, which is really cool. But like I say, if you want to go in and customize the outfit that you're wearing, so I've put them all in military gear, this is where you would do that. You can also just say everybody just wear swimwear, or everybody just wear the color blue, you know, or everybody dress in boho clothes. You can select it kind of per category or style if you want to. If you want to wear them to wear something specific, you go in and customize it here. What I would say though is like be aware of outfit changes. So obviously the military, they're going to be doing things in they're going to be changing to their athletic wear to do a lot of the activities. They're going to be changing into hot weather wear if it's hot outside, and so you're going to have to go in and select the outfits for every single outfit category. So it is a little bit time consuming, which is why I recommend saving roles, so you don't have to keep repeatedly doing that if you don't want to. So yeah, you can see here, oh actually it's just changed to do archery, so hopefully everybody's going to be coming out and heading over to archery here. If I'm quick, I might be able to get one of these because there's only 4, but there's going to be like 9 Sims who are going to be trying to use this. So the way that I'm treating basic training is, while she's a raw recruit, she's kind of in the selection process still. So she needs to get up to fitness level skill 2 to actually get into the academy properly, which is when I'll kind of like sign up properly to university. She also needs to work out. So while she's at basic training, these are the things that I'm going to have her doing, working on a fitness skill and generally working out. But she does have to join in with the other recruits. She has to be able to do as she's told and follow orders. So she's going to be joining in with the schedule a little bit. Stop chatting. They're not meant to be chatting. This is probably because of the reluctant cadet being friendly. So you can see here that for this time slot, the main goal is to do archery. So every sim is going to be trying to do archery. I only have 4 kind of archery boards set up, so they're going to be competing a little bit to use them. If a sim can't do their scheduled activity, they'll kind of wander off and do something else. They'll just kind of like use their own autonomy and keep checking to see if those things are free. So one's free, and you can see another sim is immediately coming over and using it there. Also, because it's the main activity, every role is going to try and do that activity. So you can see here the cadet is doing archery, even though she's actually specifically being told to be friendly. So again, this is because this is the overarching rule, this is the main rule, and these are the customized role rules. Archery level 2, sweet, look at her, and she's an overachiever, so she's very happy with that, I think. So yeah, but you can see the captain, Jess, is mentoring people, which is what her kind of customized role is doing. So if you wanted people, again, to do specific things, you would take away that kind of master activity and just have them doing the things that are specific to their role. Archery rules, should she like archery? She loves it. She's really into it. She's like, I was made to be here. I can also kind of ask the mentor to kind of like help me out here, or start an archery competition. That could be fun as well. Are you going to mentor me? I thought you were meant to be mentoring me. So also, your success at the getaway is determined by how many of the appropriate activities you kind of do per time slot. So if I want to have a successful getaway, I should be doing what my role is meant to be doing at that time. So she's going to take it before me. I was going to say I'm going to carry on doing archery, but she's taking it. I can't. I might just have her like do a little bit of like working out or something, maybe. How do I do press-ups? I think I need a little bit more skill before I can do that, right? I don't know. So while we're waiting for an archery thing to open up, I'm just going to fast forward a little bit to the next time slot. So here we go. Now it's 2 p.m. The time slot has changed to build natural living skill. If I have a quick look at her needs, her needs are actually fine. I could have her do a spot of foraging, possibly. Oh, she's trying to go fishing. So every sim is going to prioritize building their natural living skill, but individually they might do other things. So for example, the captain now has free time, so she can do what she wants. She can build a natural living skill if she wants to, or she can just hang out. The reluctant cadet is just enjoying the outdoors, and you can see that she's not interested in fishing. She's just kind of cloud gazing. But everybody else pretty much has gone fishing. So if I follow my sim, oh no, she's poorly. Oh no. I didn't know she was gonna get sick. Oops. She uncovered the gloomiest object ever seen while foraging, a lone freezer bunny plush, dirty, ragged, alone. Honor hasn't seen a plush like this in years. The freezer bunny is a microcosm for the greater world around us. Holding it up, Honor feels sad at first, but even that emotion slips away. Feeling little of anything, Honor reburies the freezer bunny. Move, my name's in the way. And moves on. Honor has contracted the emotional void ailment. That has not happened to me. In all my testing of Enchanted by Nature, that did not happen. So she's chilling out a little bit here. What are you doing? You're meant to be chatting. There we go. So her autonomy has told her to fish now. Good. Oh no. Oh gosh, she's in the army and she's emotionally numb. That is not a good thing. Do not give this woman a weapon. Honor feels like her emotions have been drained away, leaving nothing but an empty void. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to try and fix that as soon as I can. Okay, so you can see that the cadets, as well as building their natural living skill, they can also go fishing. And some of them have already made their way down here to the fishing area of the world. And they are doing what I've asked them to do. So like I say, I can try. Oh look, and she's eating something out of her inventory. Lovely. Love that. Did she catch a fish and eat it raw? Because of the natural living skill? Is that what just happened? Excuse me. So again, if I wanted to be disruptive, if I was playing as the reluctant cadet, maybe I'd want to try and persuade other Sims to not do the activities that they're meant to be doing. I might try and kind of like pull them away. That might be quite fun to do, to kind of play as a disruptive Sim. But she's pretty intent on joining in and kind of doing well here. That emotional void thing is so funny. She does look like she's got a load of like mud or clay and like put it all over her body. Like she's just that into it. She's got like Predator style, you know. Of all the ones we could have got, it feels really suitable. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward through this because she's doing pretty well. Hopefully she is going to catch some fish. Because it's going to be lunchtime soon. No luck catching fish. Okay, time to go and play on the playground equipment. So she can have some free time. If she needs to take care of her needs, she can do so. The captain is also mentoring fitness and has some free time. The reluctant cadet might go and sleep. So she's heading back to the home lot. And on the home lot, I actually have set up a little bit of a obstacle course using the new modular playground. So I was like, as soon as I saw the modular playground, I was like, I'm using that for army sims. I'm using that for like, I don't know, outdoorsy sims. Imagine as well bringing kind of like office workers here as a kind of team building exercise. I think it could be really, really fun. So if you were playing as like multiple sims, you might have them like race each other on here, or you might want to do like an assault course where, you know, you're doing like a Hunger Games survival type situation and they have to make it through the whole course to be able to be the one that wins the food. That could also be quite fun, you know, if you like fence in areas, it's like the first one who gets to the end gets the meal. I did use move objects on to place this over water with the idea of like they go down into the mud. And it does work. So if I get her over here, I can go slide down and she should hopefully do this. One thing that I found that I mentioned in my cross-compatibility video is I was expecting Play on Playground to include the new modular playground equipment, and Sims don't seem to be pushed to use it. They seem to ignore that rule. So hopefully the Sims team are in the process of adding that and updating that, and hopefully that will be something that will be working properly by the time, although she's using it, although she might just be using it because she thinks it's fun. I would have expected more of them to be using it if that rule was being pushed. Especially because it's the main rule, right? And it's not listed. It says child Sims will play with jungle gyms, monkey bars and swing sets. It doesn't specifically say the modular playground, so I feel like it might have been missed. But again, hopefully that's going to be added by the time the pack gets released, because this is not the final version. So she's enjoying it. She went down there and she's like, I'm having fun here. I like the mud. I don't know what you're all complaining about. What do you mean wet boots? Boots are meant to be waterlogged. But she's going to come down here and come down the slide. I did make it kind of fun. You don't have to have the slide. You could have them just like climb back down again at the other end, but I don't know. I like the slide. I wanted to use it. So she's had fun. Now she's coming over here and having a little chat. I could try and have her pee on the ground, but I don't think she's unlocked that yet. Yeah, she needs more natural living skills to be able to do that. So I do have Glow and Flow Festival, not right now. I do have a little kind of bush over here that she can come and fertilize for the time being. I wonder if they've updated the natural living skill yet to include the bushes. Oh, I think it did go up. Did it go up? I feel like it did. I feel like she got natural living skill for using the bush there. Sugary cravings. You can't have sugar, I'm afraid. You know, I don't know what's on the menu for you tonight. You were meant to catch fish and you didn't, so good luck, I guess. Maybe she can forage something. I don't know why this isn't counting as grass. There you go. Come and forage something over here. Go. She hasn't built up any of her skills yet, so that's not great. She has got an apple, however, so good for you. Eat your apple. It's a shame she didn't catch a fish because she could have cooked it over the campfire. Now, with the new campfire, there is a new option to add a cooking surface to the campfire, but if Sims are already using it, we can't. It has to be not in use to be able to add that. So it looks like she's just gonna have to come over here and roast some veggie dogs, I guess. And have those for tea. Again, the reluctant cadet is not doing what everybody else is doing. She's too busy moonbathing or stargazing. She should be taking this moment to cook, but she hasn't. Oh, this person's got bad luck. Look, oh no, is he gonna set on fire and die? And again, I love the Sims that is chosen for this because we've got Frida Perry, we've got Alon Sadia, we've got Knox Greenberg, we love him. We've got Mitchell Kalani, and who's this here? And Sarah. Sarah's the one of the new Sims from the pack. She's the wife of the guy with the moustache who runs the kids camp from the trailers, Nigel. So yeah, you can see everybody's pretty much doing what they're meant to be doing here. The cadets are using the campfire. They're also having something to eat, which is lovely. The captain should be cooking, but I don't think she can because there isn't a grill available currently. But she can go ahead and just use the campfire too. And like the reluctant cadet as well could use the campfire and eat if she wanted to, because it's kind of like the master plan on the schedule. Are they setting on fire? If it was raining, the rain would be putting out the campfire right now, and I would be sad. Okay, I'm looking forward to that sleep. The good thing is, at 5 o'clock in the morning, we're going to get up and go for a jog, and that's hopefully going to complete her basic training and fulfill these tasks. Now, what I wanted to talk about with the career is that I really, really like the idea of using custom venues alongside work from home careers. Now, for a long time I've been using, God, I look so tired. I've not been getting enough sleep recently. So for a long time I've been using the club system alongside work from home careers to simulate kind of like an active work environment. So for example, I might have some Sims in the tech career, and I'll set up like a computery office, and then I'll have Sims go and kind of like program or hack or use like computer gaming equipment to simulate that kind of like office tech environment. Or I'll have my business Sims go to work in a bank and do kind of like have meetings or use computers and that kind of thing. So I really like the idea of being able to use custom venues like this alongside the work from home careers to actually have like active career days and do the kind of activities that I see fit for their actual level. So like I say, basic training is perfect for the recruits, but maybe I'm also going to have an army officer. So I might want to use the custom schedule in order to play as the officer rather than the recruit and kind of do different activities. So you're really getting to customize the different roles and the different activities within those venues, and even set up different venues for different points of the career. Like I might be doing something differently when I'm just thinking of another active career. I'm listing things that aren't even work from home careers because I used to use the work from home mods and they currently don't work. So I'm hoping that the Sims actually update base game careers to add work from home tones. So for example, a politics career, I actually have made a city hall and I could have my politics Sims go and work from the city hall, and I could have a mayor who goes around like shaking hands and giving speeches, and I could have like the receptionists who like work on the computers, and I could really set up like a proper city hall environment. So again, I'm really keen on getting more work from home tones for more careers so that I can play them actively like this. Okay, it's almost 11 o'clock, so I'm going to actually stop her from doing this, and I'm going to get a tent quickly before somebody else gets it, because there's only three tents, and I don't really want her to have to sleep outside. Although she could do, it's good weather for her. Go, go, go. Yay, she got the tent before everybody else. Woo! I would say as well, if you play on speed 3, the autonomy is going to struggle a little bit more, and Sims are going to stand around more if you're playing on speed 3. If you find that Sims are standing around a lot, if you pause, it kind of lets the game kind of catch up in the background, and then you might see Sims will start to do like what they should be doing a little bit more like this. Like, I need to get off speed 3. It keeps putting it on speed 3. I don't know. I don't care about the other Sims. If they're tired, they're tired. It's their own fault for not following the schedule more carefully. But at 5 a.m, we're going to get up and we're going to go running. Yeah, they all stood around all night. They're going to be tired. I guess I'm not going to be the one going home then. You guys made mistakes. Yeah, that was just because it kept going on to speed 3, so they weren't all doing what they were meant to be doing. But you can see now they're all going off and jogging. So I should hopefully join the jogging. Yep, here we go. And that is going to hopefully complete my basic training before I get sent home. I need to get to fitness level 2. And hopefully jogging is going to satisfy the daily task to work out. Here we go. So you can see they all got changed, but they just got changed into the same outfit because I went and set it for every single outfit. It's like, even if they're going to be doing like water stuff like Navy SEALs, they're still going to be wearing their uniform. Like, they'll be kayaking in their military uniform. I'm not messing around here. So again, if I was here for a number of different days, if I was here for like a whole week, I might not want to do the same activity every day. So I might go in at the start of the day and change the activities. I might swap running for kayaking, or I might swap being around the campfire for, I don't know, what else could I do? I don't know, something else military-y. I can't think. For grilling, I could have everybody grilling or something. Or, you know, maybe instead of jogging, we all go swimming. So I can switch out the activities. If I was going to be there for a whole week, and that's going to stop it feeling like boring day to day, I can just jump in and kind of like change the schedule. There's also an option when it comes to kind of like the challenges. There's one that's kind of like activity shuffle, where it's going to switch out the activities for you each day. So that's another way of keeping things fresh and stopping things feeling very, very repetitive if you're there for more than one day. But yeah, you can see everybody's pretty much doing what they're meant to be doing. And look at how gorgeous this area is. Like, it's so pretty. I love it. It's such a pretty world. And I've got seasons installed, so we could be having thunderstorms right now. But it's okay. I don't know what's going on with my render distance. I don't know why that's looking like that. I think my graphics settings are a little bit naff. I hate how every time I get like early access, I have to redo all my settings because I can never remember what, like, because it takes me ages to get my settings the way I like them. And then I have to like reset them every time I get early access, and I'm like, or there's like a big update or something, and I'm like, no. My game looks like pants again. Here we go, yay! We've reached level 1 of the, it says we've about reached level 2, but it says level 1 though. I don't know what that's about. Am I level 1 or level 2? I'm level what? Huh? What? Huh? Am I broken? What's going on? There we go, it's updated now, level 2. She derped out for a minute. It says my workout's not started though, so this isn't counting as a workout. So I think what I need to do is go over here and do some like push-ups or something. I always want to do them on the floor, and I think it's a self-sim interaction, isn't it? Come over here. Where is she? Here she is. Okay. Can I do push-ups now? I think you have to unlock them. I don't know if no. No! Can I not do push-ups? Damn it. Okay. Just keep jogging then, I guess. I might have to work out. Oh, your hygiene's bad. Why are you going to puke? Why are you going to be sick? Is it because you're poorly? Or did you eat something weird? So you can see the getaway is going to end soon anyway, at which point we'll go back to the military academy and we'll see if we've been accepted onto the course or not. We'll see if we passed basic training, and we'll have a look at the custom schedule that I've got going there as well. Go, go, go. I don't know. You have fun. You do what you want to do, girly. So she's very smelly. I think we need to deal with that. Is this water deep enough for me to bathe in? It's not quite deep enough for me to bathe in. I probably need to put like a bigger pond on this lot, but I reckon I can probably go and swim in the water down here. I think we've done enough. I think we're over basic training. Bathe in the water. There we go. So like I say, you can do the natural living skill in any world pretty much, as long as you can access the water to the appropriate depth. You'll be able to bathe in the water. That's from Enchanted by Nature, if you're interested in also getting that pack and accessing those skills. Fitness Fest, she loves the idea of that, but right now she's out here doing her basic training, building her natural living skill. So she is meant to be having breakfast. She should probably actually go and do that. She is quite hungry, to be honest. But let's boost her hygiene a little bit first. There's probably going to be food back at the academy, to be fair. So there we go. We passed basic training. We did get up to fitness level skill 2. So I'm going to end the getaway. Also, we've got Rooted Wanderer. So it says, because we did enough of the activities, basically we've been rewarded with a new trait. And it says we've got Rooted Wanderer. And if we have a look at that when we get home, you'll see exactly what that means. I think that's because we did a lot of like outdoorsy stuff. So it gave us an appropriate trait to the activities that we've been doing. Yeah, so if I have a look here, it says, on a return from a getaway feeling deeply connected to the great outdoors, with the Remember Outdoorsy Getaway Memories self-interaction unlocked, she gains a skill boost while fishing, gardening, or exploring nature, and won't lose hunger or hygiene motives as quickly when outside. Well, that's perfect, because they're the 2 motives that she lost. So we can go and do that on her. Oh, actually, she's just having a smoothie. Hopefully she's having one that's going to be good for her health, and it's going to get rid of the emotional void trait. Although I kind of do like it for her in a way. No, she just made a mess with her smoothie. But we can use that now. We can go on Remember and Remember Outdoorsy Getaway Memories. So she's going to remember that basic training that she's just been on, and it's going to help her with her hunger and hygiene needs, basically. But I want to head back to the academy. And I'm actually going to sign up to the academy now, I think. I'm actually going to go on a getaway. I'm going to plan a getaway. And we'll say that she's been accepted. She gets a phone call. It's like, hey, you got accepted into the academy. Come and sign up for your course. And yeah, she's going to go and head over there. So I need to go to... Is it Camp Gibby Gibby? I can never remember which one it is. I'm not used to it yet. Revive and Thrive at Jellyfish Junction. That's where I've set it up. And I'm just going to go for the one night. Because she's going to go to a career at some point anyway. It's going to kick her out. And then, yeah, pretty much this is how I've set this up. So I've got my cadets, my reluctant cadet. I've got, why is she the captain? You're not meant to be the captain. That's meant to be Jess. Why can't I select Jess? I don't know what's happening here right now. Let me just reassign her. Jess, you're not meant to be a recruit. Honor, you're a cadet. There we go. And then I need to change this to Jess. So there we go. So you do need to just make sure that everybody's assigned to their appropriate roles. If I wanted to change the reluctant cadet, I could do as well. Maybe I'm going to change the reluctant cadet to Skip Broke. He can come and hang out with us for a bit. So you can see some of the activities we do: jog outdoors, have breakfast, do homework, debate, have dinner, work out, sleep. Things that are appropriate to a military training academy. Yeah, I've got things for like building up their skills, but also for kind of like actual time to do their homework and things like that, because she's going to be at university. And I'm not going to add any of these. We're just going to kind of go ahead and do it. Okay. So again, you don't have to sign her up to a getaway. You can just go to the venue and people are going to be doing the appropriate task at the appropriate time. Why am I so pink? My lights aren't pink today. I don't know why I'm so pink. I think it's because I've got a jacket on. Okay, so she is now officially signed up and saluting. She's like, I am here. I just finished basic training. Please ignore why I look like the Predator right now. And not the Predator, but Arnie in the Predator. And I'm ready. I'm signed up and ready for duty. So she needs to do homework right now. But she hasn't actually signed up to university yet. So I'm going to have her go over here and do that. University, check application status. There we go. We'll see if she's been accepted or not. Might take a little bit longer for this to go through, but... So for do homework, the captain is mentoring people but also has free time. The cadets should be doing homework or research, but the reluctant cadet is just going to be browsing the web and not really doing her homework. But we've been accepted, yay! She has not been accepted to any distinguished degrees, but I think I'm going to have her do... psychology at Brightchester. So let me... She's crying. She's like, but I'm an overachiever. I wanted to do a distinguished degree. Oh, insufficient funds. Your household does not have enough funds for the getaway. Oh no. Damn it. Okay, we're just gonna have to go there as like a citizen then, I guess, and not be signed up to the getaway itself. Damn it. Okay, travel here. You're meant to be getting paid to do this. Just go there by yourself. You don't have to take anyone with you. I forgot that getaways cost money. I don't pay attention to my household funds enough. I just ignore it. That got me into trouble actually. I might have another video on like, I've got this lady who's been adopting children. And she ran out of money. She's like an old dear as well, so she's not employed. She's like retired and she's ran out of money and I feel so bad. I'm like, oh no, they're struggling. Anyway, if I have her sign up to university, enroll in university please. And hopefully she's going to start to get paid from her job. Clement Foster, what do you want? I'm wealthy. Oh my god, he heard me. Just last month I bought Social Bunny and Cupid's Corner. I just straight up bought them. You caught my eye and I was hoping to get the chance to meet you in person. I know it's a lot to ask, but I have gifts for you. What do you say? Is this what it's like when you join the army? Do you get like creepy phone calls? She's gonna be like, no thanks, weirdo. She wouldn't fall for that. She stole the reluctant cadet stole my computer. Enroll in a university, come, do it. But you can see like they're all actually in here, like doing their class schedule, they're doing their homework, they're doing their research. I've got one of these like research machines as well so they can do that. And I love that. I love being able to create my own custom venue and to have people like all doing things as a group all at the same time. I think is really fun. Okay, so like I say, I'm going to have her join Brightchester and I'm going to have her do psychology because that means that she can be a covert operator. Actually, no, I think I'm going to have her do, if I go back and get her to go to Foxbury, I think if I have her be studying history, that's the one. Yeah. So that allows her to specifically be an officer, which is what she's here for. So I'm just going to have her do one class. I don't want to overwhelm her because she's doing her career and university. So I want it to be manageable. And I'm not going to take any electives either. If you haven't seen my cross-compatibility video, they have actually included degrees for the new park ranger career. I just can't remember which one it is. But there are, like, hang on, let me go back over here so I can show you just quickly. Biology. Yeah. So biology is for park worker, and I think psychology is for park counsellor. So the park careers and the new careers that come with adventure awaits if you are interested in doing those. But like I say, I want her to actually do history. So where did I say she was going to do history? I'm getting all turned about. Here we go. History at Foxbury, and that is going to allow her to be an officer. And she's just going to stay at home, yeah? She's not going to do it anywhere else, and she did get her scholarships, so the course is not going to cost her anything, which is lovely. I am all for free education. I think education is something that everybody should be entitled to. I think that's the reason why we're here, to self-actualize, not be slaves to some billionaire banker. Anyway, so Raw Recruit, she does need to work out to get promoted in her career, and then these are her university things that she needs to do. And like I say, everybody's doing the homework right now, so she should probably also do her homework. So if I click here, she can do her homework for university. So I really like this idea of having like a military training academy where it's kind of like partly studying, partly working on their like army skills. And yeah, it's quite fun to play because I kind of like did a test run before I recorded it, and I was quite happy with it. So yeah, pretty cool. And she's enrolled in university and achieved level 1 in the research and debate skills. So she's doing well with her aspiration there as well. So let me fast forward a little bit till 2 o'clock when I think the next activity starts. Look, 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 they're playing like table tennis. I love it. It just feels great. And you've seen as well, if you've seen my Raising Them Right series, where I was playing with Greg the werewolf and I was playing the active military career with him, you can see like an alternate way that I've had like an active army base. So I'm going to actually take that army base that I made for Raising Them Right, and I'm going to turn it into a custom venue and play as an army base that way, because I think it's really cool, because instead of it being kind of like a what did I do? I did like a for rent apartment system with it. I can actually send them there for like extended holidays and have them do appropriate tasks. So yeah, I think that's going to be so fun when I get this in my own game. But right, it's 2 o'clock, so everybody should be, I think, changing activity. Yeah, look, practice debating. So even she's following the schedule, even though she's not actually signed up. So if you haven't got any money, just turn up. Just turn up and just, you know, join in. So yeah, I love that as well, because if she practices debating, that's going to help out with university. And also I like the idea of like the military, politics, there's a fine line there, they work hand in hand. So being able to convince people, it's like, hey, going to war is a great idea. You know, you need rhetoric to be able to convince people to like put their lives on the line. So the two things tie in together in my mind, not that that's a good thing. Again, not referencing real life, I'm referencing history. Listen, I'm a humanities student, I studied classical Rome. I'm talking about Rome here, guys. Nothing to do with modern like day life or anything. But okay. So yeah, so this is really, really cool. I love that it's joining in. I love that people are listening to her as well. Like, they're following the schedule so well. Like, I'm proud of them. But I'm going to also have her come over here and actually, do you know what? She really does need to finish her homework. So I'm going to have her keep doing her homework for university, and she needs to work on a term paper as well. So when that slot comes up to kind of like do studying, she's really going to have to take advantage of that, I think. So we'll keep going. Eventually at like 5 o'clock the activities will change again. Again, she's not studying, she's just messing around. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video pretty soon. I just wanted to give you a taste of like one of the things that you can do with multiple packs installed. Grim Reaper, not now. I'm not joining the Reaper career. Maybe I'll do a different video on that. But yeah, I just wanted to give you an example of like the possibilities with this pack if you've got multiple packs installed, of kind of like how you can take existing features and kind of level them up with custom venues and the schedule system. I think it's really good. I'm going to be obsessed with this. I've got so many ideas for it already. Watch out for my other videos. I've got a cross compatibility video that you're definitely going to want to check out if you're interested in having multiple packs and you want to see how well those packs work together, or if they don't work together, go and check that out. Also watch out for other videos in terms of like other custom getaways that I'm planning on making. I'm going to make a video on kind of like how to set up a getaway with just the base game and adventure awaits as well, hopefully. At least that's my plan. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful to you. What is she doing? So everybody's going having food now, I think. Yeah, so she is following the schedule, even though she's not actually signed up to the getaway. So that is an absolute hack. I hope that's not a bug that the Sims team is going to fix, because I am all for free getaways. Yeah, I do have it so like the soldiers will come and cook their own meals sometimes, because that's realistic. She does need to work out though, so I think I'm going to let them cook, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to work out here. Intense workout, and we're going to try and fulfill that daily task before work starts tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just kind of wanted to show you one of my ideas, and maybe I've inspired you. Maybe this is going to be something that you do in your own games. I wish we could share schedules. I think we can share venues, and I think if we share the venue, the schedule uploads with it. I don't know, because you, oh yes, embrace the change, be active. I love that for her. So you can see up here, I can't access the gallery in the early access build. The gallery is disabled. This is to stop us accidentally doing like spoilers or releasing information that they don't want released too soon. We're all under embargo. So when I get all this into my main game, I can transfer my saves over to my own game once I get the pack. I'll see if I can upload some of these venues, so that if you do want these custom getaways, you can open the venue and you can save the getaway, and then that'll save to your getaway menu, hopefully. But again, I can't test that now because I don't have the game myself. I've only got this early access version, so we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, yeah, keep working out. What are you doing? Work out. Oh, she had a discovery moment. She needs a pee. Like, work out and then you can pee. Why does she need to throw up? It's because she's poorly from the thing. I love that for her though. I think that's so funny that she got that. The emotional void thing. Okay. I'm not coming to the moon revelry with you right now. Will you finish working out? Girl, I'm trying to get you promoted. Go and pee. Go and pee and then work out again. Oh, she can swim now? Everybody's swimming, look. Everybody's swimming. Okay, come and swim. Swim laps. Look at them all go. I need to make this pool bigger. This pool is tiny, especially for such a big diving board. It definitely needs to be bigger. It's not like there's not space for it to be bigger. So hopefully this is going to count towards working out as well. So I love it. Like I say, I love that they're running on a schedule. As soon as I saw the outdoor equipment, I was like, oh, assault course. And as soon as I saw that you could do schedules, I was like, that is perfect for the army, because army is all about schedules, right? And timing and like activities. So I was like, this is just, I just want to do this so bad for the military career. And again, I wouldn't last 2 minutes in the military in real life. I would be like Goldie Hawn in Private Benjamin. I'd just be like, just kill me. I don't want to run. That sounds like effort. Dying's easier. So like, I'm not a military person in real life, but in The Sims, I actually really enjoy playing with this career. I think because it's a work from home career and I can kind of like customize it and stuff, I really, really do enjoy it. Swimming's not counting towards working out apparently for the career task, but people have left food lying around, and I am not going to let good mac and cheese go to waste when I'm hungry. Can't do it excited. Get out of the pool then, dumbass. Come and steal the food. You're on a free getaway. Take advantage of it. There we go. Oh, did that go bad? No, she stinks. That's the problem. She's smelly. So I've used this venue for loads of things, because obviously it's the fitness retreat, but I also treated it like an outdoorsy like cabin B&B just by changing the schedule. Yeah, like I really, really like just taking an existing schedule and tweaking it a bit and creating something new with it, and then obviously save it as a new name, and then you've got like a variety of different getaways that you can just run from one venue depending on like what you want to do at the time. So, I don't know, I think she's doing pretty well here. She stinks though. Right, do you know what? Come and finish working out. I wonder if this, actually, do you know what? Let me test. Teach pump it up class. First time seeing that. Do arm curls. Does this count towards working out for the military career, I wonder? Because the the spinning bike did. That counted. Oh, they're all going to bed. She's not going to have a bed. They're all going to bed before her. Oh, she stopped. Don't stop. Okay, go and have a shower. Fine. I want to see. I'm doing this for science now before I go. Arm curls. Do arm curls. Is she doing arm curls in the shower? Is my girl doing arm curls in the shower? That is hardcore. Will you come and do this, please? Arm curls. I know you're tired. Come on, you've got one. Oh, it's done. It's done. Yes, okay. So I can confirm doing arm curls completes the workout task for the military career. There you go. I did it for science. And do you know what? This little room is free. So yoink. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there because I've run out of recording space, and yeah, my camera's gonna stop working in a sec. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope I've inspired you. Again, as soon as I saw this pack, I was like, military career, give it to me now. I want to try this, and I am so happy with how this worked out. It worked out pretty much better than I expected, I'm going to be honest. So I love the possibilities of the custom venue and the getaway systems. Hopefully I've shown you an example of good cross-pack compatibility and gameplay. Watch out for my other videos. Leave a like if you like, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell because I'm probably going to have some giveaways coming up, and yeah, all that good stuff. I'm going to go. Take care of your faces, train hard, sleep harder or something. I'm gonna go. Bye, friends.